Hi, I'm Christine Pallotta.
And I'm Carla Pallotta, and we own Nebo Restaurant in Boston's North End.
Today we're going to show you what you can do with a basic marinara sauce. We're going to turn it into an Italian meat gravy.
So if you go to How To Heroes, you can refer to our last video that we've done that shows how to make a marinara sauce. One thing about a marinara sauce is that you can probably make 100 different recipes out of it. So make a big batch, put it in your freezer, and just leave it. So very, very simple recipe. Christine's going to start with making some meatballs for us.
So we're going to start with some beef, just some ground beef. You want a little fat in it. We like to use 85%.
So we have a pound of, you can put all of it in, I'm sorry, I measured completely.
Okay.
We have a pound of beef and we have a half a pound of pork, okay?
Throw in some eggs.
Yeah. And take that for you. Okay.
Don't be so nice. We already had a fight this morning. We're going to put some parsley, some chopped garlic, some breadcrumbs.
It's only about a half a cup of breadcrumbs. You don't want your meatballs dry, so you want to make sure you don't want to use too much breadcrumb in it.
Some Romano cheese, black pepper, and some salt. And then get your hands in there and start mixing.
I think that this white watch,
it's fine.
Okay. She's nervy, I'm not. I'm a mess. So Christine, while you're mixing that, can you step over here and I'll show them how to make a braciole?
Sure.
And she's going to roll the meatballs for you. Okay?
You want to get it, just mold it together. You can do whatever size you like. In the restaurant, we do polpettini, which is a smaller meatball. At home, we like to make them a little larger. You want to keep them all relatively the same size so they all cook evenly.
Today we're making a braciole. I told you. I'm going to start with some garlic. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. We're cooks. We're not chefs. It does not matter how you cut it. Just cut it. Okay, we're going to chop it up. No one cares how perfect it is, as long as it tastes good.
Oh, come on. We're shooks.
Yes, shook. Chef cooks. Okay, so we have a little garlic. I'm going to put that aside for now. Okay, and we're going to take a piece of the braciole, which is a flat piece of meat that you can buy in most of the stores and actually says braciole on it. Romano cheese. I'll take half that garlic. Very easy. Take some raisins and put some raisins in here. And we have some pine nuts. How's the meatballs going there?
Oh, we're all set.
Good.
I'm ready to go.
A little pepper. You're quick. A little salt. And some basil. And Christina, while I'm doing this, can you begin to put some pork ribs in and some sausage?
Yeah.
We can start frying the pork ribs and sausage while we're making the meatballs and braciole. So now we're going to roll our braciole. Normally we use string or kitchen string or we use thread, but this is what I have today. It's box string and it's fine. We don't care as long as we keep it closed. So you just want to roll this up as tight as you can. Some of it's going to fall out, okay? And I'm going to wrap the string around this and overlap it so the first piece that you did locks in. Okay? And I just pull it through. It's nothing fancy. Okay? And we're going to add this with our other meat. We're going to add them to this pot.
But you want to let it sit a little bit before you actually start moving it around and turning it, flipping it over.
If you overcrowd the pan, everything's going to get watery.
And you want your oil to be at least halfway up onto the meatball. So what you want to do is brown the meat on both sides. You don't want to cook it all the way through because you're going to put it in your gravy and that's where it's actually going to do most of the cooking. Okay, so I'm going to start removing my meatballs, my bracioles, and we're going to start adding our sausages. We'd like to do hot and sweet sausages.
I'm going to put these in. Let those brown a little and we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, and then when they're all done, we're going to add them to this pot.
So now that we have all this, we're going to actually start putting this into our sauce, or our gravy.
Yep. And then we're going to let it simmer we're going to bring it to a quick boil, and then we're going to let it simmer for about 45 minutes. And that's it. So see, I'm going to move this up for you so you can start to take the meat out of the gravy.
I'm actually going to give you some braciole so you can start cutting
I'll slice those. One of the things about Italy and how we really and truly eat in Italy is that you don't have your meat on top of your pasta, so you don't do spaghetti and meatballs as one. They're different courses. So we always
We
have...
won't do it in the restaurant either. Don't even
We don't.
attempt to ask.
They're different courses. So we start with, we'll take the sauce and we'll take the gravy, and mix it with our pasta. We'll serve that first, and then we'll serve the meat afterwards.
Those terms are a big issue of debate. Gravy, sauce. In our house, anything with meat in it is a gravy.
I'm going to cut the braciole, Christine, okay? So
Whether it's brown gravy, red gravy, it's gravy.
the first thing you want to do is you want to remove the strings. Okay, and this took most of them off, so we just have some little pieces left over. Okay. There we go. All set.
This is another thing that you really want to make extra too, because it's great to just pull it out in the middle of the week and make another dish with it, or just eat it even without pasta during the week, or a different kind of pasta.
Meatball sandwiches on Monday for lunch. What do you think, Christine?
Absolutely. We find it amazing how many people don't know how to make a gravy. And it's probably one of the simplest things you can make. I mean, everybody thinks it's so complex, and it really is very few steps, very few ingredients. That's the best part. You're not running out all over the place looking for different ingredients.
So I'm going to line this up on a dish, and then I'm going to top it with a little more of my gravy. And you can see the pine nuts and the raisins inside, and cheese. Good. Do we have any parsley? Just on our braciole.
So now that everything's all plated, here you have your basic Sunday gravy.
Enjoy.